Welcome back to Illinois Honeycomb Homestead. Today, I'm going to show you just the things that you can have at home and do from home, and that is your own seasoning. So if you want to see all the seasonings, it's just the majority of them. But if you want to see the seasonings that I've made up over the past years that I have been gardening and before I had even started YouTube, stay tuned. Okay, family. So, right now, what I'm going to show you is some different salts. Okay, salt that I cannot make from outside that I got from the DT store. In case you're wondering what the DT store is, that's Dollar Tree. Okay, so I was able to get some pink Himalayan salt. So I have that in here. Okay, I made my own seasoning salt. Okay, so you can make up a mix of blends and then just add you a little salt to it. And that way you can have your own seasoning salt. Okay. And then this other one I got from the DT store is the coarse sea salt. Now, if I need it to be fine, all I have to do is put it in a little mortar and grind it up and it can make it fine. So, and that's what I do. So that's the sea salt. And then the vegetables. Now I have a whole lot of them. I don't have them all out, but I just want to show you a prime example. So like carrots, you can dehydrate your carrots. So if you're making a dish and it's requiring carrots, you can have them shredded. You can have them all different type of ways. And what's going to happen is it's going to just go back and revert back to its regular form. And you will put these in, and I use them on a constant, you know what I'm saying? And I have it as a shelf stable because I do use it a lot. Now, if you are, it's dried, as you can see. If you are like wanting to just have some and you're not going to be using it like right away or anything towards like your say for instance you're going to make a carrot cake, this would be a good one. But if you're not going to just use any of those carrots right away, you can get you a food absorber and then just seal the top and just put it up on the shelf. But if you're going to be using it soon, and it's not going to just be sitting up there just for a very long period of time, then you won't have to worry about getting a food absorber. All you want to make sure is that your carrots are fully dehydrated, and then you have them in here so that way when you get ready to use it, you can. So that's one way of you can have with soups and stuff like that, your dehydrated carrots. Okay. The other thing, I had some kale. Y'all remember that kale? Well, it was dehydrated as well. And I put a little pink Himalayan salt to it so I can make me some kale salt. And I also made a quart size jar of it as well. So that way I can have some. And you do it the same way. If you have a taste for some of that kale or you want something to be with the, if you like, I'm going to do some chicken and I wanted some kale in my chicken or something like that, then I have my little bits of it in there and it'll just, absorb that water, and then I'll have little bits. So if I want to do a recipe that's containing that, it'll be already in there and it's dehydrated, as you can see, as far as that. And it's got a little pink Himalayan salt to it. You can add salt to your carrots too if you want to. That way it'll be already having salt. But the salts that I made was the kale salt and my seasoning salt. Okay, that's those two. And then these I got from the DT store. Okay, so those are all my salts right there. And you could do the same thing with your garlic. And as we go, I'll show you different things that I have done as far as the seasoning goes. So yeah, so here's all of the salts, including the ones that I've made, and the example of how you can do your own direct hydration on vegetables like that. The carrots and the kale you could dehydrate as well too. So I'm going to set this over to the side, and then I'm going to show you some other seasonings that I was able to make up from last year and this year. Okay, so here is some lemon lime seasoning. You already know I'm gonna do some chicken with some lemon and lime. So here's some lemon lime seasoning that I have done. I also did some onion powder. I also did some chili powder. I also did some chives. I opened these up because I had them sealed with, airtight because I use my seasonings all the time. So, like I said, if you're going to use the oxygen orbers, that's for long storage, usage if you're going to use those. But if you're using your stuff constantly, you won't need them. Just make sure that when you do this, make sure all your stuff is pretty much dry. And then if you have you a sealer, you can seal these on top and they'll take the air out of them. And then it won't have to worry about it clumping up or anything on you. Okay, so you got I got chives, and I also did some mushroom powder as well. So mushroom powder, chili powder, lemon lime seasoning, and some uh, onion powder. And those are all um, some herbs and also some, like vegetable. Again, mushrooms. You can make your own mushroom powder. Yeah, that way you can make you some homemade cream of mushroom, and you'll have some mushroom powder to make your all the things that you want to make up. And I'll show you if you are also wanting to know how to make different little staples like that, where you don't have to go to the store and buy little packs, where you can make them at home. Leave a comment down below, and later on in the future, I will be showing you some of those ways of how you can make those already type recipes that are, for home for your chef staple. So I got those, put them back. Okay. Okay, the next thing I have here, I have some garlic. I took that garlic and you can buy some organic garlic, or if you know someone that has grown some garlic, you can purchase that from a farmer, because there's a lot of people who grow garlic. And if you want it, like that, you can take it and you can dehydrate it. So I did that. So that's my garlic powder. Black pepper, I am going to buy me a black pepper bush. I've seen it on Amazon, and so I want to get some. But for the time being, since I don't have one, I just went to the DT store and got me some ground black pepper. So that's one thing I have not done. Now, the paprika, yes, I made my own paprika. You can make your own from your paprika peppers. And you do the same thing. You dehydrate them, you grind them up, and make sure it's dry, and you got your own paprika. Okay, smoked. I did the bell pepper seasoning. I do have some of that, and it smells really good. We have that, and there's red, yellow, purple, all the ones that I grew out there. They're all in here. I got all the bell peppers, and I dehydrated majority of them, and I made me some bell pepper seasoning. And I have some bell peppers in the freezer, but I kind of divided it up so I can have me some. 2 years ago, I had a ginger plant out there, and I grounded me some ginger. And so you won't have to go to the store. Now, if you can find you some organic ginger, people grow ginger all the time. But if you want to purchase some from Azure Standard, or um, if they have organic ginger at Walmart, get you some, and peel them or grow you some and grind you up some so you can have you some ginger. But this is what's grown out here in the garden. And I've had this for a couple of years now, and it's still holding down for me. Okay. I also have some yellow mustard. Okay. I don't have a mustard seed plant out here, but I did get me some organic mustard. These were little mustard seeds, and all I did was just grind them up so I could have me some yellow mustard and powder, and and that way I can use this to make my own mustard, so I don't have to buy any mustard. I can make my own mustard. And also, you can use this as far as one of the ingredients for your chicken if you want to have mustard chicken. These are all good ingredients too. So that way you can always have that. The other one I have here is some cumin. No, I don't have a cumin bush seed or I didn't grow any, but I have some organic cumin. And so I do use it. And so this is not from the garden, but I purchased this because it was organic and that was all what it said it was cumin. I didn't have no additives or no preservatives. Nothing's added to this. It's just straight 100% cumin. I had some celery that I had ran up across someone who had some celery, and it was grinded. And I have some in powdered form, and then I have some that's kind of real fine. So this is like the celery, the seed that I had purchased from a local who grew a lot of celery, and so she was selling also some celery seeds, and you can use this as far as a seasoning. I grounded them up as well, and that way I can have me some celery seed. But I do have some celery that I grinded up as well, and I'll use that in a soup as well. Okay, so here's the next thing I was wanting to show you. Here are my herbs. I have a lot down on the bottom shelf, but I just filling these back up, like I said. So I had some basil. I did grow me some basil, and that's in this container. And in case y'all are wondering where I got all these from, they all came from the DT store. If you look back on the videos, you'll see I did a kitchen transformation, and that's where I had gotten all these was from here. I just was collecting them over time, and I was able to, when I decorated the kitchen, I was able to go ahead and put my seasonings in here. The other thing I grew was some oregano. There's a lot of that, and that's really good too, and it smells good. But that was out there in the garden, some oregano, and I got a big thing of that. Look back on the videos, I'll show you how I did that. Also, I have some parsley. I did the same thing with the parsley. And all you do is just dehydrate it as well. I had some that I had grew out last year as well. Had a little bit this year, but more so last year and year before last. And so I just took that parsley and dehydrated it, and then that's what I had for my seasoning. I also have some bay leaves. I grew some bay leaves out here, and bay plant for my bay plant, and I have some bay leaves. I have a big container of that I also had picked from, and so yeah, I grew my own bay leaves. So that's all the seasonings that you see here, and that's not all of them. It's just majority of them. We are fully stocked of seasonings, so I don't have to worry about buying none at the grocery store. And this is just a prime example, just to show you that you can dehydrate your own and not have to go and buy any at all unless you have to. But like I said, it was just a couple of things that I did not grow out here, and that's yellow mustard, because I didn't have no mustard seed plant, and I did not have what was the other one? What was it? I didn't grow any of the salts except for the kale. I did grow the kale, so I just made a salt out of that. And so, but yeah, y'all can just, if you see this, try making your own seasonings. It's wonderful. You know what I'm saying? This is just one of the things that you will enjoy doing, so you won't have to worry about purchasing them. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment down below, and y'all have yourself a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.